So, why is Kaspa your perfect instrument for your passive income right now? What is passive income? Passive income is the type of income you earn by effort, money, time you have put in way before. So if I right now plant a seed, I can earn passive income in, let's say, a year. Okay? So one of the most important parts of this is that you first need to put effort in acquiring knowledge in the field you want to earn passive income. You need to get that money together. There are lots of things you need to do before you are able to earn that passive income. It's not that easy. All right? But we have some opportunities right now in the world with Kaspa that is like, it blows my mind. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna do a comparison with what Bitcoin, if it achieves what Bitcoin is today, what Kaspa would be at that point. So how many X Kaspa would do if it reaches a market cap of Bitcoin. But first, I'm gonna talk a bit more about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, the last decade has been your best vehicle for your passive income, without a doubt. It made 10x, 20x, 30x, I don't know exactly, but it's crazy what Bitcoin has done. And why? Bitcoin is at hard money. It's at hard money, while the euro, the dollar, while they print that money, Bitcoin has that hard supply. It's coded, and you can't get more than that 21 million Bitcoin. And that's why it's so valuable, because it's so scarce. This is very important to understand, because Kaspa builds on top of that. So why is Bitcoin so good, and why is it better compared to, for example, gold? Gold is difficult to send transactions to someone else on the other side of the world. Like, I'm from Europe. If I want to send something to Australia or USA, it's difficult to send that gold. It's also more difficult to devise, to split into different parts of gold. And that's where Bitcoin is so interesting, because it does that, those different sats and so on. You can like send tiny bits of Bitcoin to the other part of the world, and that's crazy. It also is recorded in a ledger, so everyone is able to control what you send, how many you send, and this is very interesting. So it can't get printed. I can't stress it enough. This is so important. But Bitcoin has a couple of problems. And what kind of problem does Bitcoin have? It is not that scalable. And because it's not that scalable, that brings some problems with it. And the main part is that you can have high fees. If the network is congested, people need to pay for like $5 to $10 fees, and that's not useful for a currency to use around the world. And when you want to buy a coffee or a beer, you can't really use Bitcoin for that. There have been they tried to build like the Lightning Network and so on, but it's not really that perfect. It doesn't work that good for a currency. It does. Bitcoin is very good as store of value. That's where you buy a good amount of Bitcoin and you keep it for a very long time, for those cases you don't really need it isn't that you don't need to worry about those fees because it is a one-time transaction. But if you want to do multiple transactions a day, you can't really use Bitcoin for that. And that's where Bitcoin has a follower, and that's Kaspa. Kaspa does what Bitcoin isn't able to do, and that's being scalable, and that's why Kaspa is actually the trilemma solver. What is a trilemma solver? That it is decentralized, scalable, and secure. So Kaspa solves the trilemma. And what is also special about Kaspa is that it still aligns with the vision of Satoshi Nakamoto. And that's what's so special about it. There are other layer ones like Ethereum, Solana, XRP, but these don't align with the Satoshi vision. These are not decentralized, these are proof of stake or more crypto companies, and we want that decentralization. And that's where Kaspa comes in, and because of proof of work, this is very important to understand, because of proof of work, where you use electricity to mine that Kaspa, it doesn't come out of thin air, you really use that electricity, there is value in Kaspa. It really has value. It has more value than your fiat, your euro, your dollar. There is really value because you use energy to mine it. And also Kaspa is scarce. Kaspa is actually becoming more scarce than Bitcoin because it has a rapid emission schedule. Bitcoin has those halvings one time in 4 years, and Kaspa has those little reductions where there's more supply around every month. And in like a couple of years, 95 to 99% will be mined of Kaspa, and that's why it will be so scarce. Now, I told you about the scalability, and why is Kaspa also so scalable? Why is it? That's because of the technology, and that is because of the block DAG structure. So Bitcoin is blockchain. Those are blocks, like one block after another. It's like a train, for example. You have multiple train wagons after each other, and you have, so like with Bitcoin, you have multiple blocks after each other. And Kaspa is block DAG. You can search it. I'm just recording this video. You can search it on the internet, block DAG, and that's where you have more a parallel structure, where you don't have like that one line of wagons, but you have like a spider web of blocks interacting with each other, and that's what makes it more scalable. For Bitcoin, you need 10 minutes to really confirm a transaction, and with Kaspa you need 1 second. 10 minutes and 1 second, that difference is crazy. And they are still building to make it 10 blocks per second, or maybe 32 or 100 blocks per second. And yeah, I can't stress it enough how crazy Kaspa is to really be what the vision was of Satoshi Nakamoto. That's very important to understand. Okay, I think that was enough technical talk. I'm gonna end with like that price comparison. What if Kaspa at some point reaches what Bitcoin is right now? So Bitcoin is right now in the trillions of market cap, and Kaspa is only like 4 billion. And this would make it more than a 250x if you would go from 4 billion to 1 trillion. But Bitcoin is like even more, maybe at like the 2 trillion already. So I think at this point it's like a 500x or something. And this is crazy to think about, because Bitcoin is also still so early, and Kaspa is even better than Bitcoin. And I don't know how these two will interact in the future. Bitcoin will be number one for a long time, but imagine if Kaspa could maybe level with it. It would be like amazing. So guys, thank you for listening. This is my first video. It's a bit weird to talk to a camera, but I like it. It's fun. It's fun to bring that knowledge to you. I hope you learned something. What is very important is that you keep your Kaspa and your Bitcoin and whatsoever safe, that you do your own research. I'm not a financial expert, so non-financial advice. Really do your own research, and I will make more videos. You can check my X account. I will put a link in the description, and I will keep working on improving my videos. This is the first one. It's a bit awkward, I know, but we're gonna work to do it better and better and better. And I hope you guys really got some knowledge out of this, because I can't stress it enough. So thank you, and bye bye.